Starting soon. Just getting some. Gotta check the stream really quick. See if everything okay. What are you guys doing? Stuff in the chat. Is duplication of more rock formations. Get to the good stuff. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3 without music. Testing with music. Testing with music again because I was talking. Okay, sounds good. Let's lower the volume on this. I got myself another tablet so I could just watch the stream as it's going, so I don't silly mistakes like my screen not being on or something funny like that. It's a good pro tip to have another screen. The other pro tip is try to find a way to elevate your so hopefully the battery on that doesn't run out as we continue. Wow, my face was super close to the camera. So weird. Okay, cool. Looks good. I even like the extra border on the bottom. Didn't realize how good it looks on that stream. Cool. I need to figure out some to-do items for myself. I need to get the... What the heck is it called? Additional music. My brother recommended some music that I can play that's kind of like lo-fi. And then I popped into Ju's channel at the top. He's streaming for the holidays. So that'll be on my to-do list to get additional music. Yep. Else. I was thinking of adding more stuff to my widgets. The cloud bot. I wish I could give him a better name. I don't even know what my cloud bot's name is. Oh, it's just called Streamlabs. Already have a separate account for your bot. Click here to add. Oh, but you have to be a Prime member to have a name for your person. I'm curious if my brother has a name for his bot. See how he did that. I'm gonna take a screenshot and send it to him. Let's go to, before I do that, let's look at the view that I'm at. Let's see. Okay, just moving some of my things around. Let's go to artist break before we start. Well, at least the right computer is being shown now. Before I would have the wrong browser and it's just like a mess. Now I could look at my screen and I could kind of check it out, like what is going on here. I kind of want to make it bigger. Stuff around a little bit. I want you guys to get the best screen real estate use. That's better, right? much. Okay, I think this looked better. I could probably put the artist break back the way it was on the bottom. Now that I have more room. I keep messing around with this. I hope it's worth the effort. Oh boy. Sit around. We have more space, so now I can do this sort of thing. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so just messing around with the cloud bot. I'm just curious, like, how I can give it a name. So I'm just gonna take a picture and send it to my broski, because he might know how to change this. This is cool thing is I could doodle. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I have this app called Lightshot, and it lets you take screenshots of what you're doing and take small pictures of it. Question mark here, and put it up in the chat. You can give me some feedback on that stuff. Chat, is anyone chatting? Something is beeping in the kitchen. I'll be right back before my house burns down. Okay, never mind. Crisis averted. I was about to get up and run. But I think we're okay now. Alright. Add more commands. Oh, I was thinking about adding more commands to this thing, but not sure. I already have something running at the bottom that gives you like little quotes. So it's sort of kind of like a time thing. I don't want to dirty up the chat with all that stuff. So let's jump over to the good stuff. Grammarly is where I type in my notes before I start streaming. And yeah, we're gonna focus on Ruben Laura today. Duplication. Yeah. Duplication is something that our parents move us to as artists. They want us to create things that are real, and they don't want us to color books and trace lines. This is a little bit more serious than Thursday's conversation. So if you ever wanted to learn how to draw what you see, Ruben Laura put together a course on his site, which we will visit in a second. Check out how to do that. Not a teacher, not planning to teach, but I'm just trying to follow along what he has for us and see if I can learn something from there. So if you guys want, you could join the ride. Choose any topic you want to learn to kind of create. This section is going to be about creating something from observation. So you're going to look at something and build it out using, tools like plumb lines, angles, distance, and negative forms. So if you guys want to follow, the best place to go is to visit that Twitch channel, because you get some interactivity, so you can have a little fun. Haven't really got into the other channels that I'm streaming to today. So that's that. Alright, so let's jump over to Ruben Laura and just see what this stream duplication diet stuff is. Right, so the art diet plan. Have you guys ever thought about space learning? Not like going to space or anything like that. Wow, this song is intense. Let's skip. Okay. I'm trying to find more music. I want to get some more lo-fi stuff. The one I'm listening to is a bit it's a YouTube music. It's not really curated, but I want to get more lo-fi, classical, and what's the other? Calm, peaceful music. I think that stimulates drawing sometimes, unless like you're drawing something crazy. What is the word that I'm looking for? Macabre, dark. You might want to look for rock and roll. Maybe that will stimulate. But anyway, diet, right? So 4 parts. It's an acronym that stands for all these things here. I could zoom in a little bit, yeah, give people a better way to see it. Today we're gonna focus on this one, but before I jump into that, do you guys ever wanted to kind of space out your learning? You can't, because you realize you can't fit everything in one day, or maybe you can, but then you still run out of time anyway. And then you're wondering, like, how come I have to like compete with all these other artists, and how do I catch up? Another way to think about this is, how about just spacing it out across the week and let your mind sort of absorb the material better, and then you might actually get further ahead than everyone else, for at least the ones that are struggling and not really making it fun for themselves. Because at the end of the day, you want to have your art to be exciting and fun. You want to keep coming back to it. You don't want to like shove it all in one day and then hope you still love art the next day, right? But that would be the ultimate test. Fuzzy. Let's use my finger juice to clean it up a little. Yeah, so today I'm gonna do duplication. That's for Tuesday. Supposed to start today at 8:30, but keep up late and stuff. Like to sleep in and have my breakfast. What'd you guys have for breakfast today? I had oatmeal with banana, jojoba, goji berries. You know, the quick oats, not the steel cut oats, but the quick 5-minute oats. But it was left over from yesterday. Made it so good. Just taste it. Yeah. Okay, anyway. This is about art, not about oatmeal. Although I should rename my channel to be Oatmeal, right? Should I just call it Oatmeal? Yeah, anyway. This duplication stuff. Let's learn together how to observe accurately. I'm gonna choose my topic as rock formations. That's what I've been focusing on. How to draw rocks and things. Famous formations, maybe in the west side of America. Curious if you guys have any rock formations for me to try. You could let me know in the chat. But let's jump into this. Duplication is the ability to accurately draw what they see. So let me just share this link so we can follow along. How do we do this so we can get to drawing quickly? I'm going to read the bolds for you guys. You guys could go in and try to read it on your own. Kind of really zoom in on this stuff. Drawing accurately, the skill like any other needs time for you to cultivate. So Ruben Laura is giving us some guidance. So here he says, try forgetting about learning to draw accurately and focus on observing accurately, right? What does that mean? What? So there's 4 tools in this tool set that could give us that advantage, right? You want to be ahead of everyone? Well, this is one of the steps to get ahead as an artist, especially for those who are just starting out and they are open to a lot of fun, excitement to get on their journey. Okay, so let's see. Plumb lines. Builders used to use this stuff. Now artists are using it. Maybe the builders were the artists. Plumb line is a straight line that you draw straight, like I don't know. Plumb line. I'll show you guys in the art when we find something on Pinterest. Identify source, then find some points on the source, and then draw a straight line. So let's look at this lady playing soccer. Let's zoom in on her. Oh, perfect. This is the zoom I was looking at. Look at her hand, look at her knee. Look how the plumb line connects and touches. Look at the shoulder, look at the hip. Plumb line touches. But wait, there's more. You can go and draw the plumb line horizontally too, not just vertically. Isn't that exciting? Not really, but it tells you that there's a relationship. And when you have that relationship, you can draw conclusions when you're creating your illustration, right? You could say that, oh, I know, this freaking line is supposed to be here, because if it's not, then it doesn't make sense with the plumb line and all the cosine and sine curves. No, you don't have to go in that deep. But here, that's the key here. So let's go on the good old Pinterest and find something to use as a rock formation, right? So I happen to have a what do you know? I happen to have a Pinterest, right? So let's just jump to that URL. I have some stuff that's blocking my screen here, so it's kind of hard to see it. What I'm talking about, the login button. Get to the login button. Right. Anyway, famous rock formations. I've been collecting them for a while now. Pick any rock from here and try to build out our duplicated observing accurately thingamajiggy. Let's see, what do I feel like I want to do today? I actually did feel one. I want to do this one. I keep coming back to this one. I'm so excited about it. I think this one's called, oh, here it is. It's in Dalan in Asia, and it's Table Rock, called the Table Rock. I've duplicated this one before, but I don't see any photos, but that's okay. Let's make a copy of this one and bring it into Clip Studio. That's what I'm using. What are you guys using for your art? Right. Have our reference. And another good thing you could do is put your reference in your sub window if you have one, or print it out. Right, so let me switch to active view so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, there it is. I'm going to show you all the cheats and all the hacks to be a great artist. You're going to learn quickly from me, even though I'm not a teacher, but I'm going to just teach myself. Yeah, that's the plan. Plan of the plans. I don't have a teaching degree, so don't quote me on any of this stuff. Although quote the people in that link, because they are, you know, really confident about the material working. So let's see if it works for us. Do I have any missed messages? Nada. Sometimes I wish I had another monitor, but wishful thinking for now. Guys, let me know if the music is too loud. I can never tell. That in the chat. Is the music too loud? Maybe you guys don't even hear me. Let's draw some plumb lines on this. What I'd like to do is create an adjustment layer on this.
Restream.io. Welcome. #creative individual.
Crazy. I was in the wrong place. Okay, here. What I like to do is reduce the saturation, or what is it? Yeah, the saturation of colors. But in order for me to do that right, I have to select the layer first. Otherwise, it's gonna affect the whole thing. That's no good. Got this, now you can duplicate. You could see, you can learn, you can get excited about it. You know? And that's it. That. Then you have, yeah, so now you have a bunch of values. So now what? Or plumb lines. So I'm gonna call this plums. Do you guys ever spill water on your keyboard and then have some keys never work? And you wish that one day they'll come back? Happens to me all the time. Okay. So because this thing is black, we're not gonna draw it with black, because then you can't see, right? Definitely can't see. So let's pick a nice color. Nice, bright, and warm. Warm red color. As saturated as probably some of the saturated dark blacks here, right? So let's try to find some relationships. Full, and use the bamboo, which is what I'm using for drawing. Draw some relationships. I'm going to use the shift key in Clip Studio to say that these both line up. And the nice thing about rock formations is you can't really get it wrong, because it's just rocks, man. So if you make a mistake, it's okay. Worry. Be happy. Da, da, da. Song. Here. So I'm just picking these like really quick, what I see, and then boom, lines up. So like, let's see what this lines up right here. Nice thing about rocks is that it has sediments, right? You guys know sediments? I don't. I think these are the sediments are in between the rocks right here. So then you could just line up stuff like this. Aha! I can copy this link. Yeah, I'm gonna share this stream with other people. Sometimes friends like to join. Okay, let's keep rolling the tape, man. Stay focused. Carried away and start adding stuff where it doesn't need to be added. Line up. There's a big one right here. Where does this start? Let's see. That shift. So you want them to be straight, perpendicular. So it starts about here. Straight, right? About here. Just identify the major forms. Don't go crazy going into every sediment and try to do it. Where's this end? Start. Kind of getting the lay of the land. Is that the right word for it? These plumb lines. They're vertical and horizontal. Where does this touch? And if you want, this is the large shape that I'm concerned about. So say it's around here. Should match up there. Anything else that looks VIP? There's a giant rock here. Hard to figure out where exactly it is, but I know it's between these two areas and it's at an angle. So that's going to help us later. You guys will see where this stops. couple formations here. So every time I come back to this one, like I've done this rock before, but not like a lot. Like you saw, I have a lot of things to choose from in my list. So then there, like it's not like I'm only focusing on this one. It just today, for some reason, I felt some energy from this one, and when you feel something, you probably want to try it. So this is all the same. There's nothing special here. This is a giant rock. We got most of it specced out. I would like to get this angle specced out, but I don't know what it touches. It's just water, really. There's nothing going on here. Touch anything? Yeah, this one touches the start of this line. Like, this one goes in here, and there's like just a little bit of space here, right? But nothing like this one. If you want, you can put it here, but it's not as important. So, like, nothing to do there. It's just like something that goes to infinity, right? And you could just leave it like that, and then just decide how long you want to do it yourself. Yep. I guess it's hard to like let me do something for those people who are like kind of passing by on the stream. I'm just gonna put like a note. Let's go black. Go back and do something on the screen. Learning raw, right? And just keep that up in front and center for those people who might want to join but not sure what the heck I'm doing. Raw. And the bottom, I'm just gonna put rocks. Right? That's all we're doing. Learning to draw rocks. Hope you guys are excited. I am. I really want to draw rocks. And you know why I want to draw rocks? Because I am trying to follow along with FZD School's recommendation. I don't know if you heard of that school, but it's on YouTube, and one of the person is recommended to start off with rocks. So I'm just following a recommendation, you know, it's an inspirational thing. Okay, so while we're drawing rocks and we're happy and we're chirpy, actually one more point I want to identify. Eyedropper tool, where is it? Color. Red, yes. Love it. It's pretty much at the end here, which is great. Here. I just want to identify these because it looks like I want to, you know, kind of that shape at the bottom over there that you guys see. I just want to kind of box it in a little bit so I can draw it in the right spot. And you don't have to identify it now. I just see that as a potential issue later. So let's save this and go back into our layers. Message. Layer above this one. Chill in mode. Let's go back and chill for a sec. No, not ready to chill. Let's go on an artist break. Somebody's calling me. Athens, Tennessee. I don't recognize it. Apple always wants to get me. Get me something nice. Okay, here. Ruben Laura. So here, angles. Angles are exactly the same as plumb lines, but they're at an angle. What? So what's the key takeaway here? What should we figure out together? So guys, tell me if I'm on the right track. Angles have two key observable aspects. Okay, direction, relationship to the plumb line. I want to stress, because I've done this before, the relationship to a plumb line is really important here. I remember starting at the beginning and not caring about the relationship to the plumb line. I was just like, oh, it's an angle. Just, you know, anything that looks like an angle on the picture, just draw the line, right? Simple. But then after I came back to this a few times, you know, stuff happened. So let's go on our source material and identify that stuff. But wait, guys, let's look at what this person is doing. Ruben Laura. So look, check this out. There's a plumb line that's cutting from her shoulder all the way to her hip, right? So what the heck? Where's the angle? The angle's on over here. But wait, you can't just do that. Where's the other plumb line? What about the plumb line that cuts from her elbow to her hip? So look at that. You have one angle. Both of these two plumb lines are connected together. Wow. So there's your relationship, right? There's another plumb line. Actually, there's no more from the hand, but you see what I'm saying. Create this little less than symbol, right? If you guys do your math. And yeah. Great. Okay, so let's find a bunch of these inside our rock. Or what are you guys drawing? If you're drawing something like this and you want to share it too and bring it into your in the chat, please click it and I'll give you guys a shout out. Okay, meanwhile, check this out. Why are we doing this? Why is this important to break down your image? Let's skip to the end and let me show you the good part of doing all of this. You want to create something that looks like this. It's a scaffold. And when you have a scaffold or a cage, you can take it and draw on top of it. So that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm gonna do if I have enough time. I was thinking of stopping at 11, but it might turn into a longer stream. I did want to create some cards and for Christmas because everyone's doing the Christmas stuff. Wonder if there's any lo-fi Christmas music. I'm gonna go on a journey searching for lo-fi Christmas music with you guys, right? Someone will pop into the channel and give me a tip, right? That would be a sweet tip for us. I'm losing my voice now as I'm fumbling what to do next. Oh yes, so we just finished plumb lines and I want to do angles next. So let's do that. Curious how my voice is. That's what I was thinking at the top of my lung. At the top of my breath. My water's so cold. I need warmer water. Okay, so let's jump into Clip Studio really quick. Not really quick, we're gonna spend some time here. Oh. Okay. Привет. Mama Allah is here. Привет. That's awesome. Where is this person from? Someone's chatting with me. Oh, she's on Twitch. Excellent. Thank you. Joining. Great. I like that when people join and say hello. That's nice. It means that I'm doing good work here. Okay, so now angles. Some angles. Okay, let's make these plums a little bit darker so they're not in our face. And we're gonna pick another color. Let's go with blue this time. Not full blue, but blue. Blue. Okay, let's go to blue. I like to do a squiggly just to loosen up my hand. Sometimes it's just too coming on too strong, you know, and that's not good. All right, let's pick out some nice angles. Oh, right there. But there isn't a second plumb line. That's so sad. Can't use that one. I have to find a plumb line for that one. But there's one here. And hope you guys could see what I'm doing. Or not see, but get the idea. Just plumbing out the stuff. Like these will eventually connect. So even though there's not a direct connection. Sort of a plumb line. Okay, what is she saying? У тебя хорошие зайцы и картинка. Oh, thank you. She said, to translate in English, she likes the bunnies and the picture. Thank you, Allah. Another plumb line, an angle, not a plumb line. V. Awesome. So we got some angles here. There's one actually up here because I could see the plumb. There's one over here too. Let's just make sure. Mine looks straight, and if you can't get it, try to rotate the... Hope this is not too mechanical, but sometimes I fear like it's just too clunky for anyone to do this sort of thing. This is kind of like a plumb line, right? As long as you have two plumbs, then you have an angle. It seems that's the way to do this. Plumb here. And 2 points. Like. So we're just building a silhouette of our own, I guess. Ah, we could do one right here. So, if you press the O thing, the O button in Clip Studio, you can, you know, move your lines and then undo, and then you know that you're in that layer. But wait, you want to switch to your pen tool eyedropper thing, because I want to use the yellow. But it's not yellow V, it's red. Do you think opacity has any role in choosing your color? Yeah, I think so. I don't think I can hack that. But I do see a plumb line here, so I'm just gonna take full advantage of it. And that's what you do, really. Refine your plumb lines as you draw. Get it wrong. I'm just holding up the shift key, and as I move the mouse up, I can get this thing to look right. And now, do I want to find some more? Sure. A few more, because I want to draw some more angles, and the more angles you draw, the better. Next with that line. It's music. Lo-fi, guys. Find some lo-fi. next to this structure. But I do feel like my voice is gonna go. Maybe I should get some honey. Honey from my... What are you guys doing for Christmas? Have any not friends, gifting ideas that you want to give to your friends? I can't talk about my gifts because my friends will, because I'm also streaming to Facebook, they might see it. So not a safe bet. Let's switch to eyedropper for a sec. That blue. Wiggle it around and zoom in on something. Some more things to give us some more plums. Not useful. One right here, we could do that. Let's go back to pen. Where it was headed. Definitely was headed there. So oh, he doesn't use CloudBot. Right, there's one right here. Oh, why? Bring it back. Lost it forever. Where's redo? Oh. Have to bring it back myself. Back here. Ah, yeah. Oh, because I just accidentally moved some stuff and now it's all messed up. Touch, so it doesn't count, but this one does. So if I really want to get in there, so like the eyedropper. I really should get that color wheel in there. I want to make a shortcut for my color wheel, but now I have parts here. Like you're really getting into the gritty of this because this is the money shot, I guess, the table rock. Kind of outlay most of the parts here. Light it up a little. The more you add, the more complicated it gets, so don't make your silhouettes too complicated. But this is good. Kind of like a angle. Could just simplify your shape. So bums. But you know that's the silhouette, so that's the important key thing here. I think that's good enough in terms of angles. What's the next step? Falling into a trance. Go back to artist break and check out the next step. Ta-da! Okay, here. Browser. Okay, so tool number 3 for those fellow artists who really want to get into this, want to measure, that's your distance. And why do you want to measure? Because you want to maintain correct proportions. Going through the bolts of this thing, take note of specific measurements. This will become a unit of measure for other parts of your drawing. Let's look at the soccer player. Really need to find other way to swap out this image and make my own image on top of it. Alright, I'm gonna start advertising the mud drink in a minute. It's supposed to give you more energy. But I feel like I'm falling asleep the more I drink it. Anyway, so here, Laura identified her head as the unit of measure for the whole entire image. So we're gonna take our pencil like so and put it on the screen. Well, not literally put it on the screen, but like look at it from a distance and divide up the space. So looking at the image, her head will fit 2 units of her leg, equal parts. Her head is 1 equal part for her hair and her shoulder and her foot. So you see a relationship happening there already. So let's jump over to our drawing and see if we can do the same. Let's go to active mode. Wow, I am so sleepy, guys. Wake me up, please. After this, I'm definitely gonna take a nap. So hard to stay awake. I don't know what happened. I feel like I've been drugged with carbs and maybe not enough fat. Or maybe too much fat. No, because fat is supposed to convert to energy faster than carbs. I think that's how it works. Switching to this, I'm gonna write something else here. Black. It's not Christmas yet. Say happy holidays, right? Trying to get into the holiday spirit. Stuff. Yeah, I'm tired. You guys can see I'm so tired. I'm gonna go take a nap. Right on the stream. Oh my gosh. Here. Let's go back to angles and group these things. I'm forgetting to split it up because normally what I do is I have sections of all the steps that I'm doing. But I want to save you guys that step. But do that, please. Number everything and put steps. Let's do the distances, and I'll show you how to number for your art, so you could be, use this as a concept artist whenever you get into this. So let's group this first so it's out of the way. I'm not gonna have a name for it yet because I'm not sure how I want to do it, but let's make a new layer here. It's gonna be called dist for distances. I want to bring this up at the top so I can fade this out. No? Oh, not the whole thing. I should just keep my reference. Oh, my 2 references on the outside. But then I can fade this thing. There it is. So it's not in the way. It's out of the way. So let's keep going. Alright, so we need to identify something in the source material to be the measuring stick, right? So what will that be? Some sort of fancy color first. Let's use yellow to wake up V. Let's see, let's say if we use this giant rock here, right? And divide it up. So it's roughly about this size. So if we use that piece, it's not gonna fill in the whole space. So let's not do that. What can we use? Maybe this pillar shape? Cut it at this point? No, that's too high. How about we cut it here? Gonna be our unit of measure. Make it like a circle, like a target, right? We're gonna choose this thing as our measurement device. Okay, so leave that on the thing so then we can keep building on top of it. Take your pen and so tired. And then we're gonna take the chair and point to what I'm doing so you guys can see how I'm measuring this. So you won't see me, but you're gonna see what I'm doing. At least. Let's do a few seconds of that. How many of these, let's see if you see. 1, 2, 4.5. So 4 of these should fit up here. Let's see if we could fit them. And if we fit all 4, then we didn't make a mistake. So it already looks like a mistake. So somebody is taking up too much space or too little. So let's try that again. 1, 2, see, mistake 1 should be a bit higher. Getting the right amount. And I'm really simplifying these shapes because otherwise you're gonna have a hard time. Look, this one is short. Whoa, dropping the pencil, not good. First art tip, don't drop the pencil. Do anything that you can to stay awake. That's art tip number 3. Still too short. Needs to be about here. Okay. Let's see. Wow, all the way up here. I'm just getting the height correctly. And the other stuff you don't see. So I hope that was useful for you. So I was just measuring this thing. Let's just move the camera back for now. Alright, you're gonna be in my face for the minute. So that's what I want you guys to try. Measure this thing and then divide it up to see what the height of it is. And then you're able to draw the pillars properly. And the more you do this, the more you will understand the sense of space. So let's divide some more major things. Gonna do the bottom rock here. I'm gonna find out how many of these things go in here, and it looks like only 1, but let's just double check. 1. But from the bottom, 1, and a little bit. So this is your one rock from that pillar, and just a tiny tad bit that doesn't really matter that much, but you want it to be a stickler for how much it takes, then it's about that much. Okay, great. That's awesome. What about this wall here? Where do we start measuring? Do we start measuring from here or from the average point? I think I'm going to take the average point, right? Rub out this stuff here. Find out what this height is. This will help you later when you're going to try to duplicate. Okay, so 1 for the pillar. So what's the height of this? 1, 3, 4. So it should be about 4. So I'm just going to put a number here just so I can remember. And then let's just practice. Let's just guess. Let's just, you know, put our money down. This is $100. If I get this wrong, then I'm in trouble. So here, so use that skill of observation with your eyeball and see if you got around 4. And this looks pretty close. Let's correct our measurements now. 1. Oh, yeah, it's pretty close actually. Higher here. At least I'll make some of the money. Make some of the money back. Awesome. Okay, and then the top of this thing here. Rock wall. Slightly bigger. It's around here. There is no more, so it actually stops here. So we're short on the height. So what I normally do is I just say that there's some, draw the skeleton inside, and I just cut it here, something like that, to indicate that this is 3.8, you know, in height. But you don't have to get that specific. This is just so you know. There are 4 of these, that almost 4, right? Almost as high as this block here, right? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, like if anything, it's the same as this. So you could draw that relationship. Again, it's another relationship, which is cool. Like this one, like the size of this spot here is almost as big as this. So you could say we're missing some of this, right? Where is it? This is like 0.8, right? 0.8 if you want to use decimal. But you don't need to draw that because you know by looking at this that this is about the same. But, and then like this rock here is not the whole thing here. So you could fit like almost 3. But there's like this illusion going on here, see? This part is missing. Let's see how much that part is. You're going to need that for later. So take your rock again. How much you're missing. And my estimate is half. So this is just half of the whole thing. Half. Draw like a dotted line and just say like this, because this is half of the box that we measured earlier, because some of it is missing, and we're going to need that for filling in the space here, right? Okay, next thing is how big is this rock compared to this other stuff here, because this one is almost half of this rock, so then you could just quickly figure that out. But how much of this is for this one? I'm estimating like 2, almost 2. So you go back to your pillar and you measure it out. 1, 2, exactly 2. Look at that, guys. Very straight on 2. Draw your thing here. Divide it up. So 2. Wow. Also, I think this yellow is giving me a headache. Let's desaturate it a little bit. If it's giving you up, I forgot to do it again. Very strong yellow, and I think it's giving me a headache. Combine it. Command D will combine it. Combine from the bottom, it will collapse it into the original name, which is good. It's very useful. Alright, so that's a little bit about distances, right? So that's cool. I mean, if you really want to go more, you could figure out what the horizon is. Don't have to. We care about this horizon. I care. I'm gonna take the lowest denominator. Figure out how big it is. Or what you could do is you could take something that you've used before, like that rock at the top left, and say how many. 1? About 2. So at this point it's 2. Double check. Right. A little lower than that. This is 2. So just like that rock at the left corner, this is 2, and then I think you have almost big. It's almost 3. A little bit lower. This one right here. Why you need to be a little bit more specific sometimes, but you don't have to be. I think this is size, right? That's cool. Take that same measurement and see if you get another one, and that's it. So it's 3. Yeah, I thought it was less than that, but it's actually 3. There's a bit more down there, but it's not very important, right? Not gonna do that sort of thing to get that much. No one's gonna measure this much. And the top is a little bit higher than, a little bit more than 3. So that's the key here. Yeah, I definitely want some water. Let me go grab some water. I'll be right back, guys. Just so thirsty, and I want something warm. Yeah, it will take me a second. Let me disappear for a second. I'm back. Quick disappearance trick. Now you see me, now you don't. Brother sent me a text message. Asking, I don't use CloudBot. Okay, no problem. I'm curious how to give name. Got this. What's next step after you did your measurements? Or just break for a sec. Look at the browser. I think that's what we're doing before. Negative shapes, okay. Been a while since I visited negative shapes. Give it a good read. Negative shapes are the spaces outside of the main silhouette. Learning to see negative shapes is like putting on another pair of glasses that immediately identifies mistakes in proportion and accuracy. Here's how to use it. On your source material, try to ignore the forms of the main subject and actively look at the shapes that make up the surrounding areas. On your drawing, use 3 previous tools: plumb lines, angles, and distances. Never figured out how to use the distances to look at the negative forms, the negative shapes. Create the negative shapes, that is. So maybe you guys know how to do this? Switching between drawing the positive and negative shapes will result in an accurate drawing, okay? So let's see if we can recreate something like this, where the plumb lines and the angles and the distances meet will create a negative shape, guys. Let's see. Wow, wasn't asking. Somebody decided to speak. Okay. Oh, how do I do this? Switch to active view. Watching from Twitch. You guys for watching, whoever is watching. Now, back in... Let's switch a second and make a new layer. It's gonna be called negatives, and let's negs. Let's work on those. Let's move distances inside the folder so it kind of makes it a little fainter. I'm gonna make these 100%, but the main folder is gonna be like a small amount so it doesn't distract us. And we're gonna try to plug in the negative shapes. Oh, that's what I call this work. Work, right? Let's pick another color, and black, maybe purple is a good one. With that color, let's get the eyedropper for a second. Back to pen. So it's kind of like I'm erasing. That's cool. Alright, so let's go in here and there's definitely a relationship here for sure. So let's do this one. There's a some distance stuff going on here, and there's some angle stuff. Let's connect this one. Right. So I can see it, so let's saturate it a little bit more. Plenty of stuff in here. So I'm just, you know, where I've been kind of drawing these things forms into, I can say that these are the places I need to pay attention to. I think this will benefit you when you're drawing. There's another giant negative shape. Like, you don't have to go in the nitty gritty, but there's definitely some negative shape going on here, like a really big one. Like, it depends how much you want to do. Like, you could just say this is a whole negative shape. Okay, yeah, I don't want to really go into these, and I want to simplify this. And sometimes that's better just to keep it simple than more complicated, because it's a lot of load on you when you're drawing. Like, as a start, when you're starting to draw this, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with so many things. So I'm gonna try to focus on places where I've measured stuff. That measuring stuff here. Like a net. Oh, that's awesome. Ah, I can't eat it while I stream, but there is I gotta stay focused. I'm falling asleep. Oh my god. Okay, here. Any other negative shapes? There's so many here. So many. Like more like a box, if anything. There's rough edges in there, but I don't want to go into it. A lot of stuff here. Like a whole bunch of stuff that you could do. Sort of like a negative shape. Just trying to get it right. It has distance. Like, let's just say this whole area is not there. This is in front of this, so it's still considered a negative shape, I think. But I don't have access to Ruben Laura to ask him that, but I think that's the intent. Okay. This water thing could be a whole negative shape. You could kind of do it, but there's no plumb lines. I feel like this area here for the measurement is kind of just for us if we want to figure out the horizon, but there's nothing here that could connect to this but the water. I could have actually measured out this area, because this is this could be a negative shape too. So let's do that really quick. Where we did the measurement for the distance, we can grab that yellow again. Super saturated. So let's say I want to measure what this distance is. My estimate is that it takes 2. Let's see if we're correct. So that's the challenge. So I'm going to do technique. It's a bit higher right here, so it was wrong. Double check, always double check. A half, yeah, so it's we're still missing some here, about this much. Anyway, this is the spot, so it's about half. I'm gonna take this one out. This one is kind of silly. I'm not gonna work with the horizon, or at least I don't know how to connect it yet, so let's just keep that out for now. We were drawing with pink, right? Is there a history chart here? Additional color set. Alt color set. Color wheel. Show immediate color palettes. Intermediate. Approximate. Oh, color palette history. Okay, excellent. Now I could go back to what I was doing. Negatives. So, right, what was the point of that? So we could go back here, right? And draw in the other one. So we have our distance, we have our plumb, and then we have our angle. So immediately you could just go and say this is a negative shape. Get perfect. Perfectionist, no. Okay, not too perfect, but just good enough. So this is our negative shape. Full of stuff. Measure this area here. Back to our history chart and go grab that yellow, grab that distance, and figure out what this is. If I had to say, it's about half of what we were measuring before. That is correct, it's half. So the other half would be up here. Draw dashed lines. And now I can go back to my other color. Go back to the other layer. Yeah, excellent. So here we have another negative shape. Right? Something like that. Draws like this. We do. I'm just trying to understand, like, how does this help a concept artist, and hopefully you guys will see the result in a moment. So looks like we did all of the stuff to build out our sort of our scaffold. That's great. We have a scaffold now. But we don't have any steps, like, to show how we built this together. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna break this down into all the things that we've done here. So let's bring this up to full blast. OMG, full blast. And hide our message for a moment and just start hacking away at this. So first step, let's duplicate this, is to find our reference. So let's copy this down and yeah, do I need to merge it? No, first step is to create a step. Let's make a group layer and just call this steps, and you know, resize this. And just bring it over here. Step 1. Make a new layer up here, and this is going to be called our nums. Right? And guys, you should do this. This is for you. When you're going to be showing your concept art or your finished pieces, you want to label all your work. Right? Okay, so that's step 1. And then have that, you could bring in your hue and saturation, which I'm just gonna delete actually. Make a new one right on top. I'm gonna quickly do that step again. Like this layer, and inside of it, just do that. Control Shift U and make a saturate the image, right? And just merge this. After you merge it, give it a, call it 1 or something. That's your step 1. Next. What did I do next? The next thing is we did plums, right? So to make it very simple, I'm gonna go to this saturated layer and hide all the other stuff. Bring in this thing here and make a copy of it, right? Copy with this thing. I'm gonna merge this because I don't want to keep doing this step. This is silly. Just to keep doing this part. Gonna be our reference. Now we're gonna take a copy of it and take the copy, move it into here, and drag it over to the other side. It's just a copy. So biggie. This for all the other images, right? And give it a label. Important so you could show how you progress in your work. So this is tips. Wonder if I should put this in my Patreon or something. Probably like high class material here. I'm gonna be giving away this freely. But here we are. It's not really mine to give away anyway. It's Ruben Laura's. I mean, the steps is not mine either. It's inspired from Trent Kanuga. So definitely check out his stuff. The next step. So let's copy, paste. Clip Studio's crashing. It does this all the time, man. Why? Size. Find this, move it into steps, and call this 3. What am I doing? I pressed 3. Let's keep the opacity high. And I need to remember to use the O key so I can do it. Okay. Distances. I guess I'm not following any order. Okay, here. Copy. Steps. Did I do that? Oh, I did. Be some copy stuff in here. Okay, there. Let's merge that. Call this 4. You guys have the video to correct me. Base down there. Side. Perfect. Now you just add your number. Or surprised how nicely lined up it is. Usually things don't line up as nice. Work. Ups. Not right. This. Okay. Created the negs. Now we could move these two out. This is like the boring stuff, but it's okay. Once you get it set up, you can in it as a reference. The work you need to do as a concept artist to yeah, let's do it this time. Now I could just say 5. So what I did there, I held down the O key to move the layer. It's kind of like Photoshop. You could just move it. Okay, so that's our steps. Excellent. So in 5 steps, we can identify the silhouette. So let's create the cage for ourselves. These are kind of like that, so it doesn't create a cage. So if I hide this and enable all of this, there's our cage. Whoa, that's a cage? Let's remove the distances. I think those are the ones that are messing us up. So let's make a copy of work, duplicate it, merge it, and bring it into steps. There now, so now let's make this number 6. I think, you know, what's missing is a background layer for it, so it looks neat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another layer, find it, and just I need a box tool. Lasso this thing, create a small rectangle for us. Fill it with black. That will help us out. Not on that layer. Alright, so then you could see what's going on here. I'm gonna merge these for now because I don't really care about what happens here. Totally cool. Let's go back to pen and hold down O so I can move these together. Go back to eraser and rub this out. Back to pen. No, O. They're all correct. Back to pen and number this again. We're here. Our numbers are good. And we have our silhouette here. And we should be able to draw this thing together, right? Like if we wanted to replicate across. Steps, that's our work. That's all you need. Like, we're done. Go home. No, we're gonna try to replicate this from our cage. So I'll show you 2 ways you could do this. There's a cheater's way and then there is a non-cheater's way. So we're gonna try to do that. All of them. That's cool. Let's go back to this. So let's take a quick breather and then come back and then continue the stream. This thing break. Okay, here. We're on artist break. My camera freeze? Good. Oh, I know. Camera did freeze. Because I had Google. Yeah, sorry about that. My camera stopped moving on one of the frames. Alright. So yeah, let's take a quick breather. I could do for you. So I'm still moving around. I can Nightbot, Cloudbot. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for you is go on YouTube and play some video that was being used before from me. Catch one of my previous streams. I think the education stream was a good one to watch. So let's see, where is me? Videos. Question, is there a point to use voice meter for what I'm doing? My brother's asking me that question. Art education. So I'll put this one on in the background and then come back. I just want to watch it. I don't want to. Starting soon. Just kidding. So I'm gonna play this while I, wash up my face and try to wake up for the second round. So we need more energy for that. Let's cover the. Watch Alphonse done. Okay, so last week we were doing rock formations. You guys are free to do whatever you like and follow your topic, right? But try some of the techniques here. You could just mute the stream, and then if you have something you want to share, just let me know in the chat, and I'll kind of give you a shout out or something, or just let you know that I'm here. I'm paying attention to the chat. And anything else? If you guys have any music you want to share, just let me know. Definitely have to look into like specific songs in classical or calm or ambient kind of thing. I'm looking for that sort of stuff. So let's see. If I want to watch a video on YouTube, so let's go to YouTube for a sec. Just on Jazza to collect some inspiration. Let's go back to rock formations. That's what I'm learning. So again, you guys don't have to follow me, like what I'm doing. I'm just gonna practice rock formations here and see how it goes. I was planning to use my iPad to do the practicing, but I have to sacrifice the iPad as another screen for now, just in case something goes wrong. Everything goes wrong on this channel, and that's part of the excitement. Okay, so how to draw, right? Find someone. We were watching Alphonse Dunn, how to build out his rock formations. So I'm gonna have his video play now, and we're gonna turn off the music. See how that goes.
Keep in mind the major sides. So just like I use the three values here, I'm going to apply the same thing here, just so we can get a sense of where the major planes are. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to use simple strokes here and just kind of like separate the major sides of this rock. And I'm assuming it's on the same lighting conditions as this is. So this is the ground. You know, you can even put a little shadow here if you want to make it a little bit more realistic too. See, and that's just, you know, creating a basic sense of the rock. Um, Now, of course, I can go in and deepen, like for example, this side. So I can, basically, I'm saying it's the side that is facing away from the light source, definitely. So it'll definitely be darker than this side. Okay, because this is what I have in mind. This is the basic shape that I have in mind, and all I have done is just, made little modifications to that. So I'm finding all the sides that face this direction and I'm making them darker. And the ones that actually face this direction will be lighter, like this. So once you can keep that basic principle in mind, if you can, as I said, if you can draw a simple block like this, you can, draw rocks with ease. Because, you're keeping that very simple, basic form in mind. And you're pretty much just using three values to create that. And there it is. All right. So I'll just do another example really quickly so you can get a sense of doing the same thing all over again. I'll start with, actually, I'll just show you how you can make a little smaller rocks and rocks of different type of shapes. So say we're going to do one like that. And I'll show you the basic principle that I have in mind. I'm using something like this. Yeah, like that. All right. So I'm not seeing the top plane. I'm just seeing these two sides. And then I'm going to do one that has, I don't know, something like this. So you can just play around with, but notice they're all consistent. They're pretty much the same versions of this. They're just stretched out, distorted in different, however you want to play around with the idea. Is essentially following the same principle. Even if it's actually more rounded. I'll make one that's a little bit more rounded. And it's following the same principle.
Let's come back and practice some of this stuff. I just noticed that every time I minimize my, like I put up another window, the capturing stops. Like it doesn't capture the window properly. But when XSplit is running, it's okay. So let's switch over to. Oh, DJ. Speaking of voice meter, check this out. I have a voice meter potato running. I don't know if you could see it, but here it is. I do have it set up. There are some things I still have to figure out how to do. We can have a conversation about it if you're familiar with it. There's some problems that I've been having with it. Yeah, I'm pretty like I know voice meter really well, and I was trying to figure out how to use audio ducking, audio with voice meter, but I wasn't able to figure it out. So I'm just using voice meter to reroute my audio. It's like a virtual way to do that excitement. I'm pretty happy about it, but it's still not what I need. Yeah, probably need an actual board with faders, and then you could, have it automatically change your voice and things. So that's my next thing. Oh, my music stopped. Let's bring it back. Back from the start. All right. So like, for example, with voice meter, what you could do is you could tell the audio that's playing on your stream to go only on your stream, but the audio playing for your music could go, like the music that you just want to listen to, but you don't want to share it with somebody because it's probably copyright. Then you just play that in your headset, but not on the stream. So that's what voice meter could do for you. And if you have a Discord chat and you don't want people hearing your chat, you could use voice meter to reroute your what do you call it? You can reroute it so people don't hear it. So that's cool. DJ, I also wanted to demo the app for you. The little text runner that's right below my finger. I want to be a concept artist. I wanted to see if you wanted to try that app. Maybe we can set you up with it. I didn't write it as an actual app. It's running as a PowerShell script right now. But I started looking into how to make it a thing that you install somewhere, because I have to convert the code to something else. That's the plan there. Yeah, so now I'm just setting up the stream. Oh, you're streaming at 7:30? Okay, that's cool. I'll check it out. Okay, so what's today? Education. I'm off this whole week, so I have a lot of stuff I want to catch up to. I have a big to-do list of things. Yeah, maybe if I'm not eating or anything, I can try to show you how to do it. What is this? Rock education, art, diet, education, and today is 12/21. I want to try what he's showing us. I kind of did that step before. Diet. Okay, education. So just to practice, to reiterate what I learned before with the shapes. Might have it here, but it's okay. Let's just start over. Oh, these are from the Imaginative Illustrators. Let me knock these out. One that looks like Queen's Gambit in here. Okay, so let's make a new layer. Put this thing on, not a text, painting. Okay. All right. So I'm on the right layer this time. So let's practice what Alphonse Duns was saying, and I'll try to respond to all your chats. And I'm just drawing a basic primitive here, and then I'm just gonna try to create the same shape but a bit more complicated, and then light it and shade it with just gray. I'm not doing any colors or anything complicated, like fundamentals, like how to draw a cube or rocks. Yeah, how to draw rocks, kind of. How I guys, back. So thanks for letting me have a break. Or okay. Cading, right? Clearing my throat all over the place. Okay, so here he says one-to-one duplication is not the ultimate goal of every art piece, but it's an essential skill to master if you want to become a versatile artist. When working for clients in the real world, mouse is jumpy. If you want to, you'll need to duplicate. Okay, got it. If you want to be up to par with all the other artists. So if you don't know how to approach a subject or topic and try to, bring it onto paper, then you're at a disadvantage. So, okay, before we get to the upside down drawing, let's drink some more water because I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice in a minute. I really need to get more water. Water tree. the music playing again. I was looking at lo-fi music for some Christmas themed stuff. Uh, Flip-flopping. I can't decide if I want to show you Christmas music or something else. How do I go back to my YouTube channel? Okay. Get to spy on my history for a second. So I thought this was pretty cool, but I don't know if I'm gonna get hit by a copyright claim. It says there's no copyright claims here, or here. So I gotta look into more of this stuff. So cool beats. A friend of mine was asking me about Voicemeeter. One cool thing you could do if you just want to listen to your music and you don't want to get hit by a copyright claim thing, you can tell Voicemeeter to play the music in your ear from another source. So it's it's pretty chill. My fear with that is that I won't be able to kind of work with you guys with the music and adjust my voice as I talk. I don't know how to do that in Voicemeeter yet. But I do want to get some more of this lo-fi music playing into my ear. Definitely for sure. It's very chill. Look, it has 1.1 million views. It's definitely worth something. Probably has a lot of playlists from SoundCloud. Have to definitely give it a shot at some point. What I do is I normally go to YouTube Music and just test the music there and see like what YouTube depicts as copyright free, and then it's okay. So I gotta update my list. Anyway, jump to active view and see what the state of my stream looks like. Earlier I left you guys with a scaffold and some numbers. Create a new step right about this one. How do we know we're in a new step? We could just doodle on top and just delete, and it won't affect anything else. That's cool. And you guys see that I put all the steps out for you. So if you guys want, I can make this content available for download. Just let me know. Put it up on my supposable Patreon or my website. You guys could definitely check it out there. Okay, so earlier I said I'm gonna give you 2 things that you could do with this silhouette to kind of draw out this mountain. And you guys see on the other side on my navigator, I have like a view here where I could look at the music. But he's messaging me with it like. So first thing I'm gonna do is gonna show you the tracing method of figuring out your shapes. So, I color coded these on purpose so I can remember which one is an angle, which one is not an angle. So what I'm going to do for you here is I'm going to create a key so we could refer to it, and when we have the key we can know which one is a plumb, which one is an angle. So I'm going to do A for angle, and that's going to be blue, right? And plumb for P. So P is going to be red. And this purplish color. I left it purple. That's not good. Now that I think of it, it's hard to see. So if that is the case, then you need to change the color to work with my background. See, I made it a little bit complicated, and I made my background too dark. So I'll be changing this to something else think more in line with what Trent had envisioned before for this template. So what is this? The negs, right? So let's do an adjustment layer on this. Change the hue to something else that we could see, and I think this blue seems to be close. More saturated. Let's see, brighter or darker? Darker looks good, right? Yeah, so now we could see it. So, and the cool thing is we can make it blue. Say blue. And our key, just gonna put the key here. And I'm losing my voice again. Oh. I need more water. Next time I'm gonna get a whole thing of water. Oh, what that is. It's our negs. So bad, man. And nobody knows what that is. Eggs. And this is red. It's gonna call this blue. It's gonna call this negs. Plums. Hope you can read my chicken scratch. And blues are angles. Shoot, I meant not to do that. Definitely blue. This is light blue. Like garbage blue. Some sort of blue. Make it yellow. Purple. Oh, that's too much. Purple, yeah. This way it's different. Purple. Purple. Purple nurple. Okay, here. And we're on black. I want to keep it simple. Simple for you guys. Okay, so that. Go in and start coloring this in. Make this combination effort. Make a copy and make it into one layer. Oh, I don't have to touch the original, right? I could just play with this one. Let's hide the steps. Thought I hid them. I guess not the steps that need hiding, is this one. Now I can move this around, scale it a little bit. Better. Garbage here, I don't know what. Yeah. Our scaffold. What can we do with a scaffold? What we were trying to do earlier was to draw on top of it. Draw another layer. Let's draw another layer on top, and this is going to be our trace. This is kind of, we're skipping ahead into trace mode, but I'm not going to show you all the trace tricks or I'm not going to spend too much time explaining them. So join back on Thursday for that excitement. I'm going to try to go a bit quicker here to trace out the shapes of this table rock from Delon. Know what it looks like from... Whoa. Sorry, not sorry. We know what it looks like here. So we can drink some more water. Yep, time for a water run. Okay, back. Just needed some water. And it's warm water. Definitely not to recommend drinking cold water when you're having a problem there. Frog in your throat. Right, tracing. So we're gonna trace on top of this image and blah blah. No. If you feel like you're kind of rigid and you haven't drawn for a sec, this is where you go in and do a Zentangle. So that's what I normally do. And into drawing again. Angle for patterns later. Not because we're gonna trace out our image. So if you feel like you're gripping your pen, try to loosen up your shoulders a little. Helps me at least. I don't know if it helps you. So there, this is kind of like another concept. Let's shrink this one as a practice run. Progress run. So how many Zentangles do we need until the panic is gone? Number to this one. Base. Ah, okay, so I've already started something. I know that there's some sort of wall here. Try to trace that. Don't have the angle for it. Have like up this spot. Have to be perfect, but that's how this silhouette is working. Some sort of rock here. I'm just looking at the... Actually, let's work from the table rock itself, the money shot. Oh, there's something here. Purple, remember purple is the negative space, so we don't want to touch that. Okay, that's it, I guess. And then some angle spaces. like another pair of eyes that we just put on. And I think it goes out to infinity, but we don't see this area here. I know there's some angle stuff here. But this is all negative space. And there's something going on here. Yeah, I could extend this a bit more. This is all negative stuff, but I know this is part of a wall, but I can't be too sure. Like, we're just putting on a set of eyes. See, there's a space here. We don't really know. Connect it like this. Erase this. Maybe it's a mistake, maybe it's not. It's okay. And, you know, there's a plumb line here, so maybe we ought to connect it like so. So this scaffold is helping us kind of draw out our stuff. Create those nice confident lines. Okay, so one thing I want to do is erase this again, because I want to draw these lines with a different type of strength, because this is in the back, it's going into the distance. Let's get our pen again. Size. So there's angles here, so I know this is part of the wall. There's some more stuff here. There's this rock formation. We haven't fully identified it, but there's something there. Empty space here for that wall. There's some more stuff here. Just because we drew that plumb line coming down, that might be an indicator for something else. Yes, we still have a long way to go to learn how to use this tool correctly. This way. And then we'll go again and highlight some of these things. For whatever reason, I do have some more. I have another layer up here, so we can just go in. Secondary. Because it goes all the way over here. Eyes, because we're really in the front now. Alright, so that's our wall. Now it looks right about the size that we want. There's something here. Again, I didn't identify it fully, but there is some stuff. Yep. And like, you could just say this is the whole shape. There's some sort of shape here, and we should probably make it bigger. Say that there's some sort of shape going on here. Sort of mass. You guys see that it's coming together slowly using the scaffold that we built earlier? See, we started off with our reference image, then we did our plumb lines, then we did our distances and angles and our negative shapes. This is all from Ruben Laura from the morning part of this exercise, and I'm just learning how to use his stuff. I don't know, do you guys see what I'm doing? I don't know what I'm doing here, but it's interesting to watch some of this stuff. Just to see that maybe the technique isn't that bad and it's actually working out. Well, I hope it does work out and works out for you too. So these purple things are my negative shapes, so I shouldn't be putting anything there. Or the ones that I identified from the image, so that's cool. I know that there's some sort of rock stuff here. It just goes into infinity because there's nothing there. But as I'm getting further in, so I'm just trying to match the size of this. I know there's something there, I don't know what it is. And there's something here too. I think it connects these 2 points. But this is a rock, so let me just keep that rock there. I know there's another rock right behind that one. If we move to our reference, this is all rock stuff, all rock formation stuff. But we're not going to sit there and draw every detail, so we could just leave it empty and then maybe create the sediments on our own, right? Same thing here, more sediments and more of this, more of the same. That's cool. Color, I mean, we're pretty much have our shape here, what we want to do with it. The rest of the stuff is just, you know, have fun with it. No, like, do you want to color this in, add it to your coloring book? Welcome, whoever's joining from Facebook. Not sure, but welcome. Yeah, you're from Facebook, whoever you are. Welcome to the channel. If you guys want to chat, I don't think Facebook has a chat that works, but if you want to watch the stream on Twitch, you will have a better chance to respond to messages. Put the stream chat in there, so if you guys want to join that channel, I think it will benefit you more. Oh, I can't copy. That's paste. Try that again. That one. Okay, now I can try to copy this without interrupting the stream. Yeah, there it is. So if you guys want to join, go to that channel and try to follow with the chat. Join in the fun and excitement. We have our silhouette, we have our negative spaces, and we have our trace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back off this these things so they don't interrupt us. And I'm going to do another level of tracing because I want to make my lines more confident. Again, this is only a sketch, it's nothing serious. And the more you do the trace, like the tracing stuff, and make it more, yeah, more confident. I don't know what I'm talking about now. It's getting crazy. So yeah, we're trying to recreate some of this stuff here without all the details. So I want this main detail here to be the thickest pen. So I'm just gonna go add it. Whoa, go add it on the trace layer. Trace V2. Tab out of that so it doesn't bother us. How do I make this full screen? Here it is. This is the most heaviest line because it's very important. I want to get the other stuff. Okay. Line is a little bit thinner because it's in the background. Right? And then the other ones are even thinner because they're further back into the foreground. Kind of like a rock, so let's just deep into stuff. Actually, I don't want to do it that one, like that. Stop it here, and then just do this one like this. Now we're kind of recreating our own thing. This is where your creativity comes in. This is where you have a little fun. You're allowed to have fun, right? No, I don't want to recreate that whole thing. Ah. Up. Let's just recreate it. It takes a second. I thought I'd let go of that point. It should have let me go. Start a new line here. Rocky shape. Edge. Okay. There's some rock stuff here. There's some negative space. So I want to, let me just look at this. I want to bring out this other rock. So I'm going to decrease that. Oh, there's something here. Negative space. So there's a rock here for sure. And then this is other rock stuff. You guys can see there's some rock stuff. Rock stuff on this side, and then there's a wall going inward. So now we have bit more of confidence here. Like this line looks too fuzzy. Oh, hey Michael. Welcome to the stream. How did you decide on the photo to use as your guide? Oh, I went on Pinterest and I like the photo from Delon. It looked interesting because it looks like a rock. And, sorry, not a rock, like a chair. It's a table rock and it looks interesting. The shape just looks like it speaks to me. I don't know why. But it's unusual and you don't normally see it everywhere. So I was like, okay, this is cool. Let me make like a bigger version of it. I know I had it somewhere in my... a reference. If I bring it in, then you guys could see it. Here's the shape for a sec. Let's hide the steps and work. Oh, I guess I need to hide this stuff too. Yeah, so this is the large shape. Yeah, it's definitely visually interesting, Michael. Not sure where the table part of it is. I guess this bottom half here. Where's the pen? I'm gonna make a new layer for a sec. Yeah, this bottom half here, it's black. Who's gonna see black? I guess this is the table area, and this shape here looks like a kind of like a piece of a desk. It's the thing that it stands on. So if I were to draw a desk, you know, it has like feet. So that part looks interesting. And then you have your desk. That's like the table rock part. Whatever, your chess match is over here. Yeah, your Queen's Gambit, yeah, on Netflix. So I like this. It just looks very personable. It looks like something I would want to, you know, hold. Like it has a grabbing thing. And I don't know, it just looks interesting. Like I want to break it down visually and just see where the parts are. So I like the appeal of it. Called the sketch pad. Sketch pad layer in case I need to doodle on top of that. hide that thing and bring back what we were doing. Yeah, happy holidays, guys. Hope your Christmas is going well, or holidays is going well. Scaffold in the back. 5. I guess number 5 is gonna be some color, maybe. Maybe we'll add some of those colors that we saw from the steps. We even have a Zentangle going for us. Michael, your Zentangles are very helpful. It's a really good idea to get those in there. It really calms the mind right before you are ready to draw. My steps is not visually coming. What happened? Oh, I see. This whole thing became a step in itself. Rub that out and bring the numbers back. 7 for sure. Concept artists. This doesn't belong here. Wait, lasso. Yeah, this is sometimes when I get carried away with stuff, I forget. It's supposed to be not on numbers. I want to copy it. It into our steps. Cut and paste. Working. Not sure why that's not working. Maybe it's not on that layer. Yeah, that's why. It's not. Who owns that one? Steps. Oh, I know what to do. Oh, it's on trace. That's what happened. Let's copy and paste. Let's bring that one back to our steps. Seven. Yep. Excellent. Some good old layer management. Yeah, Michael, for this Wednesday, do you have any suggestions or recommendations for the prompt? I'll have to throw in a few more of my own. And did you guys finish the drive up to where you were going to visit your relatives, or you're still on the way? Hide that work. Okay, there it is. Too much. Very overwhelming with all the stuff. Oh, you're leaving next week. Okay. Doctor rescheduled. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'm kind of excited for this aspiring artist thing. I actually thought that Brian was gonna take that one. Because you know, you just did a class last week on Procreate stuff. That's cool. Okay, what do I want to do here? I guess I want to start picking colors off of this thing and start putting them down, or should I add more detail? I can add shaded detail, like cross-hatching here, or I can color it in. And I don't normally color because I'm not good at coloring yet. Kind of afraid of it because I want to get better at cool and warm colors. So my I know I was listening to some Trent videos, and he was saying to us that we should try to create warm and cool colors to show depth. So maybe I could just practice that a little bit as I'm doing it. Because you guys notice that there's a lot of blue here, and that will create depth for you. And then there's a bit more darker colors closer to our eye. So those colors become more, what do you call it? Closer. But in terms of blues, create the distance, and these are like more darker, more saturated colors. Or actually, these are very desaturated. Where there's like these colors are creating not as much depth. Maybe it needs a correction. Can you demo cross hatching? Yeah, I could demo cross hatching. I could do a little bit of this on this one, because when I was doing some tracing things with in Laura, one of his exercises. Let me just show you guys that really quick. Let's go to artist break. Look at Ruben Laura's dashboard. Oh, it's back to normal. You guys haven't seen his site, it's pretty cool. Not tomorrow, but Thursday morning, I'm gonna do a tracing demo. But just to be quick, there's some exercises that you could do to improve your line quality and your line weight. So if you want to add some cross hatching into your shapes, you could practice using parallel lines, concentric lines, point to point, lines within the shape. So we're going to focus on lines within the shape, and this is kind of like cross hatching. So we could pick any of these type of quality exercises, even connect the dots. As long as they're like consistent, you could definitely do some what do you call it, cross hatching. So let's jump back into Manga Studio or Clip Studio Paint. I think one of the artists uses it a lot for everything. So don't get it confused with Photoshop, which is also one of those applications. Wow, Michael, thank you for joining today. Didn't expect anyone to come in at this hour. Are you having lunch now? Is it lunchtime for you? We're gonna do some parallel lines in this shape. Let's see if it'll come out good. Okay, no problem. I'm also curious about that stuff you told me over text before. I definitely want to work on my actually I don't want to talk about it here, but let's save that for later. Okay, what color am I playing with? I am playing with this one. Oh, thank you, Michael. Some parallel lines. I don't know if I should space them out or keep them consistent. So that's up to you, I guess. I'm gonna try to do my best to keep them the same and draw the lines within the shape, just like Michael told us. Try to keep them inside the thing at all times. It just shows confidence and your ability as an artist. So we're just drilling in these sediments here. I see that one went outside, so no good. So I'm gonna flip my Wacom pen over and just erase a little bit of it. Okay. Side, try to keep the spacing almost the same. I guess there is another trick here. If you want to show more perspective, as you get closer to your object, I guess you could start making the lines become more closer, but that's an advanced technique. Kind of staying away from that for now. Oh, Although I'm starting to think that they look like prison bars. I don't know if I want it to be that straight. Maybe I shouldn't do this. But they should be somewhat parallel, at the very least. Excellent. So we're just kind of getting the likeness of this. It does look like this should be kind of overlaying it more sharply, but if you look at the shape on the navigator, or if you look over here, it's actually a nice rectangular block that's driving in, but there are some stuff that goes underneath. Maybe I missed that. I did miss it. Oh no, it's still here. It's still coming through. I just you know, I drew this line here, so maybe we could continue the same direction to indicate that we're still in the same shape. And this time I'm gonna do more rougher. Maybe start telling it to go the other way, because our horizon is here, but our points are kind of in the wrong place. So maybe we could correct some of those. But it's your drawing. You could make it as rigid or as loose as you want. Hatching going on here. Trying to go for those nice confident lines. And as I'm getting closer to the top, I'm trying to close out my lines more. There you go. So it looks like it's going into nothingness. This is the table rock that goes down here. There's some stuff going on here. For this one, I'm gonna try to do it a little bit different. I'm staying in the grays for now. It's gonna make it too bright. I want to go back this way. I like the box more than the triangle because of the box in Clip Studio Paint or in Photoshop is more of a defensive shape. The triangle is a bit smaller. It's easier to use. Wow, I've never done a longer stream before. This is the first time I've done a stream that lasts for this many hours. That will benefit me as I going with this. I want to make the lines a little bit more angular. And I'm probably gonna cross hatch these a bit more. That means is I'll double up on the shape, I guess. But I need to identify a light source too. And I know that the light's coming in from the outside in. I should draw the light thing. But what I like to do is draw a bunny. We don't need the key anymore, so let's hide the key. A light source. Draw a bunny rabbit as our light source. Black. Our super duper color. Closer together. What looks good to me might not look good to you, but I hope you guys see Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunnies. And he has... that way, because we are focusing in on our shape. So this, he's lighting up our scene. Bugs is the dude. Light our scene. Give him some little hyper focused. Yeah, there it is. Like a segue away from the rock. I know. Oh, no creepy feet. Back leg, I guess. Arc. Not creepy at all, right? Our light source. So light gaze. Okay, he's the light source, or it's kind of silly. There's a tool for this. I'm not gonna try to touch there. Light that we can move. I hope somebody's like, what the hell is that? And I could be like, I don't know, you tell me. Okay. Of our shape. Okay, cool. Cross hatching. Horizon. Our horizon's over here. That out together. That's our. Very thick. Let's do these cross-hatching things. Oh, I made them. They should be dark, but it's inside, so not too dark. Gotta remember that this is also going on YouTube, so I should probably do more talking. bunch of birthday Christmas cards later today. Start working on that. Cross hatch these so they look different. The light is in the back, so there should be more contrast here. So. A lot more in between here. Not terribly worried about quality yet, just cross-hatching these in. Or even further in. You guys should make it brighter. Less black, more contrast. And I'm gonna change the direction of these lines. Where we get to have fun and try to decorate our rock. Now we can cross hatch a bit more. Maybe less cross hatching here, more up here. Up at the top. Laser focused, I'm just looking at my camera. Eyeball keeps moving left to right. Looks like it's gonna snow outside. Getting darker. So here I'm gonna cross hatch but leave more spaces in between. We're getting really close to the front, so I'm just showing a sense of space. Another set of cross hatching, but this time we'll make it really larger shapes, like 3 in here. Small one here, but it's actually a pretty big piece. I did some cross hatching. I want to attempt to color this in kind of like Trent Canuga without the details. Try to get the details in there, huh? Let's see if I just draw on top of this, like on the patches. Cross hatching has some sort of connection with where to draw or color in. So like here I should have more detail of sediments, more colors, and here I could have less intense stuff going on, and then here even less. So more concentration here, less concentration here. So how do I do that with color? terms of warm and cool colors, I guess I need to search for that. Let's go online and see where the muse takes us. Switch to artist break for a sec. Find something about warm and cool colors. Yeah, YouTube video we could learn together. Colors. Okay, let's learn a little bit from 3 months ago. Pause the video. Not the video, the music. Paused, and let's play it and learn together for a sec.
Hello, class. Today we are going to talk about colors. We're going to talk about warm and cool colors. So, what makes a color warm or cool? That's the question. Let's answer it. So first, let's draw the color wheel. We have our primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. But we need to fill in the blanks. We also have our secondary colors, orange, green, and purple. So now we have a whole color wheel. So we still need to answer a question. What makes a color warm or cool? Well, I have a special magic trick. Pay attention. Watch closely. Did you see that? All right, let's watch again in slow motion. On the top, we have our cool colors, purple, blue, and green. And on the bottom, we have our warm colors, red, orange, and yellow.
Excellent, excellent. I love it. So what I'm going to do is create a palette out of this. Warm colors and cool colors. So let's keep watching.
Okay, so let's draw some warm things like fire, the sun, a heart, a light bulb, a sunflower. All these things are warm colored things. Warm colors can make us feel happy, bright, angry, warmth, and excited. Okay, now let's draw cool colored things like water, grass, purple flowers, leaves, grapes, and a snowflake, and clouds. These colors can make us feel soothing, relaxing, calming, and harmony. I think some of you are asking, what about pink? Well, here's the answer. Pink is just a lighter shade of red, so pink is warm. Okay, so let's play a warm and cool game. You have to answer, is it warm or is it cool? Are you ready? Let's go. Is this painting warm or cool? This painting by Vincent van Gogh is cool. Is this painting warm or cool? This painting by Monet is warm. Is this painting warm or cool? This painting by Monet is cool. Good job, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to my video about warm and cool colors. And excited.
Alright, let's get back into this. I want to create a little palette for myself. Cool and warm colors. Maybe it's already there, maybe it's not. Go back to our active view for a second. Color thing for ourselves. Have some colors here for sure. So many. Really go nuts. You see, have bright tone, grayish, dark tone. Light gray, light tone, pale tone, soft tone. It's good that they have this. Like if you know what you're looking for. Why they have to say tone at the end of everything. Light grayish. But I don't see anything about warm or cool. So I'm gonna create my own. Default settings, duplicate current, settings. Warm colors. Colors. I could just sort of I don't even know if I should combine them. Might be easier to just have them together. So I can work on it. If they are split like this, maybe it makes it have to switch. How many colors am I gonna pick for warm? I don't know, maybe a lot. So let's do cool colors first. Let's pick a few and make the grid a bit bigger. Default settings. Oh, that's our standard color set. Colors. Custom. Up or down. Up. Up. Settings. Change the name. Add color. Color. Change color name. Oh wow, you could name stuff. Excellent. I want to change the grid so it looks a bit bigger. Color wheel. Change. Because I'm not going to have that many. Let's make it really large. 5. So let's increase the size of our view and play around with some colors. We need a color wheel to do that. Color wheel. So in the video that we're watching before, our go back to canvas and go back to illustration. Back to the other one. Comic one too, but we're not doing a comic illustration. Back to the way it was. I don't want to mess with it. So here, let's do our colors first. make the color wheel RGB, right? Color wheel. Let's make cross. Oh, that's not. And I want a lasso tool for circle for ellipse. Polyline. So let's divide the circle in half. Stay with grays for now. 3 cool colors at the top and 3 warm colors on the bottom, right? So boxes. 1 box. Not really trying to act, but these are our 2 colors for the top. So now we can take another part, out our warm colors. Warm colors are oh wait, we didn't divide it up. RGB is red. Alright. Oh, not ready for this. Now we need to find the middle colors. What's red and yellow? This makes yellow. Red and green is yellow. And between red and blue is purple, I believe. Now we need our warm colors, right? So let's go back to the video for a second. I mean, I'll go back to it. Purple, blue, and colors. One of our cool colors. Red a cool color? Oh, green, dark green is a cool color. Like this. And then our warm colors is yellow. Back to the orange is in between yellow and red is an orange. Warm color. Mostly up here on the color wheel, we have a bunch of colors that are warm. Here we have a bunch of colors that are not as warm. A sky blue. Purple and blue. brush blend. I think I need like a layer tool. Darkish purple color. More purpley like. Purplish. So these are some of our colors. So let's start adding them into the colors. Colors. I don't know if I like these, but better than that's some warm colors now. Some cool and warm colors to play with. Of course, you could just use the color wheel to mess around with that if you are. So now that we have these things, we can bring them into our picture. Happens. On with colors, right? Cross-hatching. Let's lighten up the scene. So maybe I should start with the colors first. The background. Our cool colors are over here. So let's choose the sky blue and do stuff about the horizon. Selecting that. Not really laid out. I did do cross hatch. Let's grab the lasso tool really quick. Or just close in the lines. Yeah, let's do that. One more layer here. And I'll merge it down with the trace. Black. Merge. Everything closed in. Yeah, scaffold anymore. It might distract us. Drop it in. Wrong color. What about this? Another. Let's go to the color wheel and reduce the opacity of that one a little bit. Not the opacity, but the strength. Still want it to be cool, but not that strong. Value should still be high. Some of that blue and start warming up slowly. So let's go towards the green more. Green is still our cool color, but it's getting closer to the more warmer. So let's go over here. Are still our cool colors, and the cool colors are in the back. Now I want to start working on more darker colors. You know what? I actually want to divide this up more. No, actually, let's leave it. Leave it alone. This stuff here, I want it to be more cooler to create that separation. I mean, warmer. Messing up. Let me keep that color, but I don't want this to be in, I want this to be on a different layer. I just realized that I'm putting this all in the wrong place. Eyedropper. Colors I'm gonna work with, but colored in yet. On the wrong layer, of course. So our trace, let's lock this so we don't call this a color. Then if we are in the wrong layer, things are gonna break. Starting with this. I mean, the image is really dark on its own. We don't have it anymore, but this is our image, so we can do whatever we want. Fun. So let's orangey color. White ones for later. Like the crosshatch. Let's lock that. Select things that are... After you lock it, you can't select it. Okay. Have this selected. We're gonna go with the orange color. About this one. You know, I think I could make it a reference actually. Refer to edited layer only selected. Refer to layers that are not preferred layers. Let's do that. There's a tool here. Reference layer. Lock it. I do. Yeah, nice. So now I could just select the ones I want. I want most of this to be orange and then a little bit of it to have a little bit more, less accent. No, I'll pick an accent color later. Gonna pop up. So let's make this one orange too. Well, so most of this is gonna be orange. This one right here is our accent. So it really thrown up into the air. So let's pick this one as our accent color. The little one. I mean, comparatively to this, crashing for a second. I don't like it. I'm gonna take this color and reduce the. Just gonna keep it. Realize I made these really strong. Select these and just do the same. I don't want a really strong color, but I do want it to be warm. Burning a hole in your eyeballs. Color wheel? What about accent stuff? What is this? Oh, this is part of our trace, really? Hide. Crosshatch stuff spewing out. Excellent. So I guess now we have some warm and cool colors happening here. I guess next I should have lunch soon. Depends how hungry we are. On a lunch break. Bit more accent color, something that I really like, which is red, but not full blast red. More warm colors for the front. So I want to select some of these things here to create that effect, bring interest. And I remember that I really like the table part of this thing, so I want it to be more important or different from the other colors. Orange. What can I make more of this? So I know there's a tool from Ruben Laura that lets me create shades of color, and we're not even up to the part where we have to shade. I'm just setting the colors down. There is something that I could do there. I haven't moved it over yet. So want to drive interest here, so maybe I could do a small line here that kind of that could be compared to the whole image, that could be the red that I'm looking for. Not as strong. Maybe over here. Color stuff here. Showing some importance. Like the cartoon version of this. Now that we have some cross-hatching, we can actually do the shading. I like to do my shading in dark values though. I don't want to do it with color. Not yet. Another layer. Trying to do this. Well, for one, he doesn't add the colors in, the warms and cools. He just does the grays. Light source is hitting. So if I turn this off, lights, the shades rather, I can start kind of plastering these on. Have the tool anymore. Yeah, the tool to practice the lighting. I have to set that up from my other device, but it's just gonna take very long. So what I'm gonna do is wing it for now. Here we have the dark area. Work with grays. Access to that spot. This is a bit more. Lighting part, just put on a podcast and kind of listen, or listen to me while I light source on the really wanted to play with the colors. I think Ruben Laura has a more control over this. I just don't. It involves him adding like actions to lunch soon, I have a feeling. Stop streaming for now. I do have to do cards, Christmas cards, not birthday cards. Although I'm pretty sure there are some birthdays. Looking good in terms of cell shading for now. The scaffold. Crosshatch. Can't see stuff really well. I want to see any of those colors from behind. Our artists also do this kind of stuff. In the meetup, they cell shading. Not even focusing it on the blending, just of colors. I think it would have been easier if I just, oh, but I can't do that because I could just draw inside the lines. That would have been better. Probably better, yeah. What I could do is select this thing, not the colors, but the trace. Stuff here. Stuff shouldn't be here. It's still referenced, so I should be able to select the stuff. I think I'm selecting the wrong thing. I'll work on that. Pen tool and fix this. Some of try to color all of this yourself. Now you have to do the same thing for all the other ones. Then you have some colors to work with, or some shades of stuff to work with. So we could use the colors that we put on top and we could overlay them. And a color layer, color dodge or overlay them on top. have a blending happening. Overlay is cool. I thought there was a color layer or something. Oh, here. Creates that effect. It now. We'll need it later. Same thing here. Check with my counterpart, see if she needs help. Might end the stream so we can get to lunch. Okay, coming back to 150. I should stop streaming. Shading, so then we could add a color layer on top. Some more of these things. Keep going. There's an easier way to divide this thing up. Just select this whole thing and then divide lines into it to create a kind of Fibonacci division. Yeah, I could use a gradient tool. Let's see. Adjustment layer, it's like it's under layer. Let's see. Oh, it's a type of paintbrush. That's what I'm missing. There we go. Gradient. Okay, excellent. So I need from black to white. Trying to speed this up. Photosphere. Background to transparent, foreground to background. Yeah, that's what I need. Dark will come from the right hand side. Okay. Seemed dark enough. Let's make it darker. Oh, there's not enough points here. That's why. But that's pretty dark. Let's take the eyedropper tool really quick and just look at this. Going from this to too much white. Down to background. Let's duplicate this tool and reduce the... I don't want it to go to complete white. Let's call it 2. I don't know what to do with it yet. Just trying to save us a step. So this is whatever we start with, and then this is what we end with. Oh, the ending color is here. Ah, I see. Maybe I don't need to do this. Just second. And make this black, or not black. Let's make it almost black. And other color. Right here, from 80 to 22. We're not completely black yet. Now we're not fully black, but we have something here. I like the stripes because it's not. Comes out. Can get really bright in a minute. So this is dark and I want it to become brighter. Right, Alright, so let's work with this shape. So, you know, like this gives us like a template. So I want this to be darkest. Looking for something. So now this part here should be the darkest. So if I take the eyedropper and check this, it's pretty dark. One of Trent's brushes. Where's Trent's brush? I could just go in here and just kind of shade, do some one part where you could just chill and do this. If I had a podcast, I would like eye tool available. I actually have all of them here. I could just so this is our brightest that we're planning on getting, so it shouldn't be greater than this. Yeah, this is about 70 volume. It doesn't have to. I like the G pen more for the stuff that I do. This should be more brighter because it's open to the. I could probably bring in all of this too. In the tool. This way I can quickly cell shade everything. Oh, this is a stacking brush. Never gonna go outside of the lines. Oh no, this is the dark. Just getting the colors in. Like the internal dialogue that you have. Oh, it's not using this as a reference anymore. Cell shading. Let's go back to Trent's brush. Select everything. Zoom in and clean this up. It's two. I guess there's another trace. Left for a second. I'm a little confused. Oh, I see. Let's keep this at the top. Our line work. Those are my line work lines, so that's why it makes sense, V. Time for you to take a break. Blend these values a bit better. Square brush. See if I can work on this on my own, make my own brushes, try to understand why I like this brush. It does have some settings here, you see? On my left hand side, brush size, opacity, angle, sizes. But how does the brush work? If you open her up, it's just a square. Pressure set to opacity. Oh, it's random value. Interesting. Ink to opacity. Oh yeah. Pressure, yep. Angle, you could specify an angle. Later. Button for I do have it on my pen. Now I lost all my brushes. Cool when we bring in the other stuff. Kind of uniform across, so actually this shape is more in the front. A lot of darkness here at the top. So. Start to get brighter eventually. I'm only working with values, make it easier, and then we'll overlay this with some lights. color this in. I mean, to trace it, I could do it also by eye. Be as accurate as in stuff. Yeah, you won't have as much control. You might make a lot of mistakes, but you might learn a lot of stuff at the same time. It's darker and the lip more brighter. It's closer to the foreground. This is brighter because it's out more in the open, and according to the image, if I squint, I can see that this is darker. Like, most of this image, if anything, is very dark. I should desaturate it more. After I apply all these things, add another layer of darkness. I want the stuff on the outside to pop more. Though I have the warm and cool colors, I still want to create that I'm just mixing a bit more. So it's creating some texture. I don't know if I need the texture. Going too quickly to white. Ready for texturing. Sort of a mistake. I'm not terribly hungry, but it's like exciting part because you get to take a little break. Alright, so let's crush some of these and make it less less gray, right? I don't know if I have a lot of time left. So let's create an adjustment layer on top of this and reduce the darkness. I mean the lightness. This is more dark, and the reason why I want to do that is because there's not a lot of light on this, but I don't want this to get so dark. So let me do one thing. Trace layer, where is it? So I don't want to affect this one, but I want to affect everything else. So go back to your shading, Control Shift U, and just start darkening it up. Like the other one is not affected. I want that one to pop. It pops here too. It's not as bright as the sky, but I'm doing this by squinting like this, just looking at my reference, and it has a brighter tone. using the same colors that you've been picking, shading more on top of that. So let's go back to Trends brush. Select the, oh, because I'm on this, I need to turn this off. The color picker is not selecting the right thing. Now it will. I want to pick from the, I don't want to pick from here. Turn that off. You guys know, just let me know in the YouTube video when it does come up. Super helpful. Hey, I'm not doing this right. I need to go back to cell shading. So that's cool, we have the silhouette there, so we can always come back to it. Set this one as a default, because it keeps going to the wrong. As default. I just want it to be selected as the I don't know. Somebody could tell me one day. Let's look at this. Alright, someone else joined. Welcome to the channel. Just following along from Ruben Laura stuff. Wondering what I'm doing. Rock formations from FZD school. Just following along with their recommendations. Brush is inside Clip Studio Paint. Exciting. Just not figuring out anything, just really just doodling. I'm just placing the lights and the darks here. The area is pretty dark. If I turn on this thing, it should brush it more, but I don't like the sharp edge that's being created here. I need to blend better here. Dark on this corner. This is our navigator. This is our... some colors. Color layer will replace all of this stuff, and then we can just build on top of it. Oh, I can smell the food. It smells good. Smooth graduations. Not in. I gotta figure out why when I do this, sometimes I undo the work that I've done. That's getting additional work as you're painting. Using the eyedropper tool and picking out the staying away from the really bright colors. Definitely a lot of detail here that I'm not doing. Learning how to do this gray stuff. I guess the fun part or the journey part was to draw the landscape itself. Okay, the thing after that, this is a super So we definitely have a crosshatch layer that's telling us how the lights should go. So I can start working off of this. Let's look at how our colors work. Touch. Here are our colors. With Clip Studio for some reason. We didn't crush the grays because we can't see them. It's on, you'll notice that we don't have a lot of color this time. Because this is supposed to be dark. This is supposed to be bright. Just trying to even this out. Should be a lot flatter than it is. It does go black really fast, but I need a little bit more. Oh, I think we're eating soon, right? Alright guys, we are at the end of the stream for now. I'll jump on in a little bit. So that's where we are at. Let me just turn this on so you guys can see what it looks like for now. With the gradients. And it should create that depth. These are darker and the background is brighter, so it should really show that sense of distance. Warmer colors and our cool colors in the background. So let me jump out of here. How do I do that? Second. Wow, we definitely covered a lot today. A lot more than I thought. I've never streamed this long, so that's exciting. Today's Tuesday, so I don't know if we'll have another stream after this, but we'll definitely have a stream on Wednesday for Imaginative Illustrators of NYC. There's a link in the About page on Twitch, so if you're on some other platform, you have to check out my Twitch channel. Or follow links to my website. If you guys stayed this long and enjoyed the stream, feel free to comment, give your thoughts or any ideas or tips that you want. It's cool. We're all learning together. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, or if I stream today. And yeah, the schedule's up there, so I'm just trying to stick to it. Alright, so let's turn off this music and exit out of here. Catch you guys later, alright?